Oh, AKA Patters, we're doing the movie review. Game Chasers, one of my inspirations. Those guys got together, they made a flick. Time to talk about it. Alright, welcome back, AKA Patters. Welcome to the channel. Peter A DeLuca here, AKA Pad69. And you guys know it, say it with me, known throughout the multiverse and Philadelphia, PA, as the eclectic one. Cheers to all of you. We got some green liquid right now. My last few videos has been blue. Let's just change it up. Time to go green. Alright, so why is this a movie review on YouTube and not on my podcast, aka Pad the Film Buff? Maybe let's plug that. Link for that down below. We're like up to 600 episodes, close to it. But anyway, because, look, Game Chasers, when I first discovered YouTube and really saw the platform for its potential, Game Chasers, can I say it? Game Chasers was one of the channels that really blew my mind. Billy, one of the guys behind it, I could see what he was doing production-wise. I could see what he was doing with editing. At the time, I was like learning all of that stuff, and I would just spend hours editing videos, trying to figure videos out. Like one day, one night, the next day. And if you go back earlier in my channel, that's why my rollouts took forever. And now, we have things like Team AKA Pad. We got things like so streamlined. I love it, where I can just drop ideas and things that I'm inspired by very quickly to all of you, the AKA Pad Army. Thanks, thank you, by the way. But no, and Game Chasers, it just fired my imagination. And I would say, at that time, the two biggest things like YouTube presences that really infected me, it was Rich Piana and Game Chasers. I still can't say it. And Rich Piana, just on his bold fitness takes, his demeanor, his attitude, his bravado, I completely loved it. Still, heart's still broken of his passing. I feel like the YouTube fitness space never really recovered from Rich Piana, and I do feel like it's something very similar for Game Chasers, where if they left the YouTube video game space, there would have been a huge hole in this retro vintage comeback, where even things like the original NES would go into obscurity, and you might just say things like, well, Pete, what about Cinemassacre and so on and so forth. The skit-driven shows that created the frenzy for that. But then you would ask the question, what's the next generation of Cinemassacre? What is Cinemassacre inspired? And Game Chasers, it was 100% it. But they did a crowdfunder, they did the movie. It's nothing but success, nothing but admiration. Getting to their level of reach is just something that, like myself and all of you AKA Padders, trust me, people, we will one day do an AKA Pad movie. Mark my words, because we're already doing all the content like movies and because we're already doing other content, things like comic books and so on and so forth. Alright, so too much babbling there. Let's just, what are my thoughts of this movie? Look, here's the curve for the movie. First timers, crowdfunding, right? All of those things that you hear, right? Crowdfunding doesn't really mean bad quality. Crowdfunding doesn't even mean disappointing. What crowdfunding means is you're giving someone a chance, you're giving someone an opportunity. And I think if I was in a different position, maybe even a different headspace, I would have put enough money into the Game Chasers movie to get a producer credit or something. Because watching this, it really made me regret not being a part of their campaign. As the years go on, right, you kind of get different perspectives. But the curve for this movie is first timers. What are we doing with first time filmmakers? I mentioned Cinemassacre before. that film compared to this, it's day and night. This movie, it has characters, it has jokes, it has a direction, it has a vision, and what's to be expected. If you saw movies like Detroit Rock City, and then what was it, Fane Boys, where they're on their road trip to see the Phantom Menace. This is in that vein. This is not in the vein of 8-Bit Christmas. Look, again, 8-Bit Christmas, professional made movie, veterans involved with that movie from top down. This is not that. This is more of a capability statement for their next movie. And while I was watching this movie, and it is enjoyable, it is fun, it's great to see their takes. It's great, like their takes are like their positioning with it's kind of like a chase plot, or like one scene's leading to another scene with new characters. So we're marching along. Like, I don't want to give away too much of the spoiler stuff here, but they're hunting down a NES. They're not game chasers, but at the same time, they're doing nods to the YouTube show. They're doing nods to the audience. It is a video game centric movie. It's a video game nostalgia centric movie, pursuing our past, putting away our demons, moving forward in life. It's a deeply personal, it's a deeply thoughtful movie. I feel like a lot of the banter between Billy and Jay, kind of just about playing the game when they were playing the NES when they were younger, doing some of the pranks on one another. This is everything that came through on their YouTube channel. The scenes that highlight that, the flashback scenes, there's not one flashback scene in this movie that doesn't work. I was anticipating that. Those are probably the hardest things to nail. But bravo, game chasers. This movie, and any of you AKA padders, because we are growing, we are trying to increase our reach. This movie is available for $4.99 American cents right now on Amazon Prime. I would assume it's also available on Apple and the Google marketplaces. So, look, it's $5. Check it out, but also I recommend giving yourself a little bit of a crash course on some of the earlier episodes of Game Chasers, or watch like a few episodes per season. I believe there's 6, maybe 7 seasons that they have available right now on YouTube. Go check those out and watch this movie, because it is a statement on our connection as creators to our audience, and that I just feel like so many people are going to miss that point. They're going to miss that intent. This movie was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I'm not looking at this movie made by a stack of professionals. I'm looking at this movie as a capability statement for what they can do next, and I feel like it's more valuable as that anyway, because look, we do things for the first time all the time. That's what she said. We're not going to get perfection. We're going to get missed cues, some of the audio is going to be off, some of the visuals, but I would say just compared to what Cinemassacre made, I feel like Cinemassacre had resources far more infinite than Game Chasers. It's not even comparable. Let me know if that's a fair comparison. Go check this movie out. Let me know in the comments. And guys, rock and roll. Push it, pursue it, and do it. I love you guys.